Today we will start discussion on DC motor, initially from their constructional feature, then working principle and function of parts of our DC machine. What is the function of each part of DC machine? If we go to DC machine, that is DC motor, because in earlier classes we have already studied about the DC generator, and now we will discuss the various characteristics, operating principles, and application of a DC motor. So let us just review of their constructional feature. As I earlier told, there is no difference between the construction of DC generator or DC motor. Only in difference in input power to the machine. That means only difference is in term of input power to the machine. So what is DC motor? The electromechanical energy conversion device or machine which convert electrical energy, that is in the form of DC, into mechanical energy is called DC motor. Sometimes it is also called brushed DC motor because for this energy conversion process we use mechanical commutator as well as brushes. The essential part of DC machine are shown in figure. These are the essential part, as we see that field winding in on stator side, armature winding in on rotor side, or sometimes we can call it as a armature, and EMF is always induced in armature, and that EMF is collected through this commutator, and commutator is nothing, it is a mechanical rectifier which convert AC into DC, and that DC is collected through this brushes arrangement to the output terminal in case of a generator. In case of motor, the process is reversible. That means input power is to given by these brushes. These are the brushes. Input power is given by these brushes to commutator. Commutator convert this input DC into AC, which is flowing through the conductor. Then conductor are under the influence of magnetic field, as a result of which torque is developed and motor will rotate. So this is the basic outline of power flow in a DC motor. If we discuss one by one, what are the essential parts of essential part, or we can say that constructional feature of a DC motor, or either we can say that DC machine. So then first part is our this part, outer part. That is nothing. It is a stator or stationary part where we have a field north south, where we have a magnetic field, and the outer part is a yoke. This one only, on which we have a stator core. That is, it is the outer cover of motor, also called as a frame. It provides the protection to rotating and other part of machine from moisture and dust. That means that it is the outermost part. Yoke is an iron body which provides the path or flux to complete the magnetic circuit. That means this yoke is also participate in the flow of flux. That means when this flux is flowing, this yoke is also participate. This yoke is also participate. It provides the mechanical support to the pole. Pole is nothing, these are the poles. This north, south, it provides the mechanical support because the base structure for this pole is this yoke. And material used. What type of material is used for construction of yoke is low reluctance material such as iron, cast iron, silicon steel, rolled steel, and cast steel. Why we use low reluctance? Because this flux is inversely proportional to the reluctance, and the objective of these poles are nothing to flow the flux. That means, as we know that this reluctance is nothing, it is the just opposition to the flow of flux. So it is this reluctance will is directly proportional to our flux. That means if reluctance is more, this flux is less. So we use such type of material which where the value of reluctance is low, so that our maximum flux is flowing through it core, or you can say that yoke, or you can say that our stator. Then another part which is situated on this is this part. Only this part is called our pole and pole core. If we see this one only, so this will be total pole, and this is laminated small pieces. It is whole known as pole core. It is again made up of cast iron on which we put a winding, to develop appropriate either north or either south pole. That means pole are electromagnet. The field winding is wound on over it. That means field winding is wound on over it. See this. Here only field winding is wound on this. So this part is called pole core. This part is called pole core. And the outer part, this outer part is known as pole shoe. It produces the magnetic flux when the field winding is excited. That means it produces magnetic flux when current is flowing through that winding, because we know that the flux is nothing, it is equal to N into I divided by reluctance. That reluctance of that material as well as this or current flowing through that material. The construction of a pole is done using the lamination of a particular shape to reduce the power losses. While lamination is carried out to reduce the eddy current losses, or we can say that to reduce the power losses due to eddy current, because losses are always calculated in power losses. And another will be pole shoe. That is nothing. It is the part which is nearer to armature. This is called pole shoe. It is Pole shoe is an external part of pole. Due to its typical shape, it enlarges the area of pole so that more flux can be passes through the air gap to armature. Why its area is increased? Its area is increased to provide the maximum area for the flow of flux towards the armature. That means provide the path for maximum flow of flux in a air gap. Air gap is nothing, the gap between stator and rotor. Physical gap between stator and rotor. Then material used, low reluctance material such as cast steel, cast iron is used for construction of pole shoe. Why? Again same funda. That is low reluctance, high flux flow ability. And another will be field winding. These are nothing. These are the winding which are situated on this pole, which are fitted or situated or bolted on this pole. These coil is coil wound on the pole core and called the field winding. Field coil are connected in series. See here, these are connected in series. जो coil यहाँ से हमारे पास पॉजिटिव शुरू हुई, यहाँ पे गई, उसके बाद यहाँ पे गई, फिर यहाँ पे गई, फिर यहाँ के गई, यहाँ पे एंड हुआ. That means this will be the starting point. This will be the finishing point for this coil. This coil. Current is passed through field coil in specific direction to magnetize the pole and pole shoe. That means on the direction of flow of current, we can find out which pole is north and which pole is south. Field winding is also called exciting winding. That means sometimes this field winding is also called exciting winding, and the current through field flowing through this field winding is denoted by IF, or sometimes it is I exciting. That is exciting current EX. And material used, that means copper is used for this winding. Due to the current flowing through field winding, alternating N and S pole are produced. As we know that due to this flow of winding, there will be alternating production of production in pole, north south, alternating, and they all are in even number. That means 2, 4, 6, 8. There will be no 1, 3, 5. That means they are not available in odd number. This will be the field winding, and another will be armature. Now we are end up with the stationary part. Now we move to the armature core, or we can say that it is nothing. It is a rotor of a DC machine. It is a rotor of a DC machine. That means the armature core is a cylindrical drum type. See here, cylindrical drum type mounted on the shaft. That means it is fitted on the shaft. It provide with a large number of slots. That means it has a large number of slot all over its periphery. That means in outer periphery and it is parallel to the axis of shaft. That means these slots are parallel to the axis of a shaft. Armature conductor are placed on these slots. That means on this slot we place the armature conductor. See this. Here we have a slot. Slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. Conductor are placed on these places. See here. This is the conductor. This black dot is conductor. That means conductor are placed on this pole sheet. That means this whole part, this will be known as a slot. This cut. This cut is known as a slot. And we can place either single conductor on that slot or number of conductor. So in sense of armature, these conductor are placed in outer periphery. For this armature, these are outer periphery. For this stator, these are inner periphery. So that means conductor are placed in the outer periphery of a armature core. Armature core. The armature core provides the low reluctance path for the flux produced by field winding. And the material used is high permeability material. Low reluctance cast iron is used for construction of this core. And laminated construction again is used to reduce the eddy current losses. That means the word lamination is always used to reduce the eddy current losses. That will be the basic fundamental. Then armature winding. That means these are the winding. This winding is in the form of a distributed way. Distributed means, for example, this will we take one slot, two slot, third slot, and so on. We have a such type of armature. Distributed means we put one winding here and that will be come out here. Second winding that will be come out here. Third winding that can be come out in later on stage. That means जो यहाँ से कंडक्टर गया है वो यहाँ पे गया है, फिर यहाँ से कंडक्टर गया है यहाँ पे गया है, यहाँ से कंडक्टर गया है यहाँ पे गया है. That means this all winding are in distributed fashion. Distributed fashion so that uniform EMF is induced. Uniform AC EMF is induced in this coil, and we need number of coil. If we have a one coil, then the EMF induced in such direction as we earlier said it. If we increase the coil, this will be increased, and then when this there will be a more uniform AC production in this coil. When the armature winding is rotated using a prime mover, that means this armature need to be operated with help of prime mover. It cuts the magnetic line and voltage get induced in case of a generator. But in case of motor, what happen? We provide external supply to this winding, current is flowing through this winding, and this winding interact with the permanent our magnet. According to Lorentz law, force is induced in that conductor, and that force is responsible for the rotation of a motor. And the armature winding is connected to external circuit through a commutator or brushes. There we have a brush or commutator arrangement to collect the current. This will be the commutator. इस पे हम दो brushes put कर देंगे and it will be give supply. One is positive, another one will be negative. And material used, that means armature winding is supposed to carry entire load current. Hence, it should be made up of a conducting material such as a copper. That means for manufacturing of winding we use a copper. Then commutator, as we all know, commutator is nothing. This will be commutator which is made up of a hard copper or drawn copper, and each conductor of armature is ended up with this commutator. And the function of commutator is nothing to convert produced AC into DC or external DC into AC. That means it is a mechanical rectifier. It is a mechanical rectifier. As I earlier showed, copper is made of hard using insulating material. That means there we have a segment. Number of segment are here. There are number of segment. Why this segment is provided? This segment is provided to produce to collect a current at every instant. To every instant. Then brushes. These are the brushes which are connected on the commutator segment. If it is a two split, it is a split type slip ring, and we have a brushes, and these brushes are connected with spring because they are always in contact with the rotating motion. तो उसके मैकेनिकल स्ट्रेंथ प्रोवाइड करने के लिए इसमें क्या लगाते हैं हम स्प्रिंग लगाते हैं एंड ब्रशेज आर मेड अप ऑफ ए कार्बन and in rectangular shape. Why they are made up of a carbon? To reduce the commutation as we studied in earlier cases. And the function of brushes is nothing to collect the current to stationary circuit, because in outside we have a stationary circuit. It is a stationary circuit. Either we give input current or either we take output. In case of motor, we give input current through this brushes. And this is a stationary circuit, but these are connected to rotators. So these are always in moving in nature. This will be the all about of our their constructional feature of a DC motor. Now, if we move toward working principle, how the motor work. The working principle is nothing. It is based on the basic fundamental that whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field, it experiences a force, and the direction of force is indicated by the Lorentz law. Force is experienced. Why force is experienced? Because it is north, it is south. Magnetic field is line go from north to south. And these line interact with, because at that time our field winding is excited, Z and double dash is excited, and magnetic field line go from north to south. These line interact with this conductor. And this conductor, due to external source, voltage supply हमने यहाँ से इस पे दी हुई है पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव, there will be a flow of current. If there will be a flow of current for this direction, it will be positive. This will be negative. If there will be a flow of current in direction, then field in direction. If we implement the right hand thumb rule, field हमारे पास force है जो इस direction में होगी. Then current is in inward direction, force is in this direction. एक force यहाँ को लग रही है, एक force यहाँ को लग रही है. That means this coil is tends to move in this direction, and the magnitude of force produced in this coil is determined by formula, that is ILB, or we can say that BIL, BIL, where B is nothing, it is the flux density of that magnet. This I is the current flowing that coil, and L will be the net length or effective length of a coil which is in under influence of magnetic field. वो लेंथ आप यहाँ से यहाँ तक काउंट नहीं करेंगे, आप लेंथ वही करेंगे जो आपके मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के इन्फ्लुएंस में आई हुई है. दिस विल ओनली लेंथ, this will be only length, not the effective length, only the physical length which is in influence with this magnetic field, because it is a product of this BIL or ILB. So this will be our magnetic principle, our working. And if we have a number of, ये तो एक कंडक्टर की अगर ऐसे ही हमारे पास नंबर ऑफ कंडक्टर हो, it will produce a uniform force. Otherwise it is a, for one conductor it is pulsating, it jumps when it is in strong magnetic field, and when it is through in light magnetic field it slow down. But if we have a number of conductor in such fashion, there will be a uniform production of a magnetic field, magnetic induction of torque, as a result of which a conductor will move. That means electrical machine is nothing, motor is nothing which convert electrical power into mechanical power. That means here we have a electrical power, here we have a mechanical power, and the formula for electrical power in case of our DC is V into IA, or we can say that V into I, and the output mechanical power is equal to nothing, it is angular speed which we get in the shaft into torque developed, that is induced torque developed, or we can say that developed torque in the motor. So this will be the formula for this VI into conversion of VI into omega into torque, and the responsible or actual power which will be used, that is this angular speed, that is mechanical speed. A machine that convert DC electrical power into mechanical power is known as a DC motor. Its operation is based on the principle that when our current carrying conductor, this is current carrying conductor, is placed in magnetic field, the conductor experience a mechanical force. That is mechanical force. And the magnitude of that mechanical force is calculated by this formula BIL. And according to Lorentz law, the force induced in current carrying conductor, that is the according to Lorentz law, this force will be induced. This will be the same arbitrary concept. Is it clear how the DC motor work?